A radiant woman walked through the gardens of Jannah, where eternal flowers bloomed and gentle waterfalls reflected the golden light of paradise. Clothed in flowing garments of light, she stood among blooming lotuses and graceful birds, surrounded by the peace and beauty of Jannah. Beside a crystal river, radiant companions rested in perfect tranquility as the gardens of Jannah glowed with everlasting light and peace. With a gentle smile, a radiant woman wandered through emerald gardens while glowing butterflies and eternal fruits filled paradise with beauty and serenity. Beside a sparkling fountain, a radiant woman stood in garments of light and pearls, surrounded by the timeless beauty and tranquility of Jannah. A graceful woman reached toward a golden tree, where everlasting fruits glowed beneath the warm and gentle light of paradise. Radiant companions gathered in a meadow of roses and jasmine, their smiles reflecting the peace of Jannah as crystal rivers flowed beside them. A serene face shone with tranquility and wisdom as blooming gardens and golden domes glowed softly in the everlasting beauty of Jannah. Upon a throne of silk and gold, a radiant soul rested in perfect peace as crystal rivers flowed gently, and the gardens of Jannah glowed with everlasting light. A graceful figure floated above the gardens as the gentle light of paradise filled the sky. A radiant companion stood beside a crystal river, surrounded by peaceful gardens and towering date palms. Beneath the everlasting shade, a serene companion smiled as birds sang through the beautiful gardens of Jannah. A radiant soul walked through endless flowers beneath the golden light of Jannah. A graceful woman stood in heavenly light, surrounded by peace and beauty. Two radiant companions walked together through crystal gardens with joyful smiles. Gentle eyes reflected the rivers and gardens of Jannah, shining with eternal serenity. Upon a throne carved from radiant light, a graceful woman sat in regal serenity, surrounded by beauty, kindness, and the endless peace of Jannah. Among cherry blossoms and the flowers of paradise, a radiant woman walked in flowing celestial robes as gentle light filled every corner of Jannah. Across the meadows of Jannah, a graceful figure moved through fields of glowing flowers while golden melodies and countless lights filled the air with everlasting joy and tranquility. Beneath a sky of brilliant stars, a radiant woman stood beside still waters, her reflection shining softly as the peaceful beauty of Jannah glowed throughout the eternal night. Radiant women from every nation gathered beside shining fountains, united in joy, peace, and the everlasting beauty of Jannah. A graceful woman stepped from a crystal river, surrounded by gentle light and the tranquil beauty of paradise. Beneath a majestic tree, a radiant woman read from a golden book as soft light and peaceful gardens filled her heart with eternal serenity. Clothed in garments of light, a graceful woman stood with dignity and confidence, reflecting the perfect harmony, peace, and honor of Jannah. A loving mother smiled as children gathered around her, while the blooming gardens of Jannah reflected endless mercy, peace, and family joy. A radiant woman played a jeweled harp as glowing melodies filled the gardens, and every creature paused in perfect harmony beneath the light of Jannah. As the light of paradise filled the horizon, a graceful figure raised her hands in gratitude, surrounded by everlasting peace and divine beauty. Among snow-white flowers and gentle light, a radiant woman walked through the tranquil gardens of Jannah, where every moment was filled with serenity and joy. The gardens of Jannah, her peaceful presence reflecting the everlasting beauty and joy of paradise. Graceful companions moved together through the gardens, carrying blessings beneath golden light as the beauty of Jannah surrounded every step. Within the clear river of paradise, a graceful figure moved through shimmering waters as glowing light and endless peace filled every moment. Among golden leaves and everlasting fruits, a radiant woman wandered through the tranquil gardens of Jannah, where every season remained perfect forever. A radiant woman stood against a backdrop of divine light, her peaceful face reflecting the timeless beauty and serenity of Jannah. Graceful companions laughed together as petals and gentle light filled the gardens with everlasting happiness. Surrounded by glowing books, a radiant woman reflected upon divine wisdom with a heart full of peace and contentment. Clothed in white and gold, a radiant woman smiled with pure joy as the light and beauty of Jannah embraced every moment. A radiant woman, youthful yet full of timeless wisdom, smiled with kindness as seekers gathered around her. their hearts illuminated by the peace and light of Jannah. Like, share, subscribe, comment, subhanallah. How do you feel after hearing this beautiful reminder of Jannah?